G5 Jeff TV. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Please share this video. Support your boy. Support good content at all times. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at BoxWithG5 Jeff TV. That's BOXWIT G5 Jeff TV. And if you guys don't mind, hit that bell icon so you can be notified when I drop that heat. April 28th, 2018. My hometown, Philadelphia, PA, is having a boxing card at the Leocourse Center right there on Broad Street. Your boy G5 Jeff TV is definitely going to be in the building. A lot of pictures, a lot of coverage on this fight card. It's featuring Bryant Jennings, heavyweight, definitely a top 10 heavyweight in my eyes. And he's been in the ring with Vladimir Klitschko. He's been in the ring with Luis Ortiz. Just a really good fighter. Really good fighter. Jesse Hart, 168-pound fighter. He's coming off of a title loss where he was extremely competitive in the fight. And if it wasn't for a knockdown in the first round that he suffered, he probably could have won that fight on the cards. So he's definitely a championship caliber guy at 168 pounds. We also got the Olympian Shakur Stevenson. He's going to be in the building. He has a fight set up. And also Jesse Magdaleno is going to be on the card as well, along with some other fights. So this is a pretty stacked card in terms of names for my city of Philly. And this fight card is important for the city and for the city to come out and support this card. And I'm going to tell you why. A lot of my boxing family here on the channel is not from the States. So for you guys, this would be a kind of a history lesson on my city of Philly and kind of how boxing goes in the States. And for the people that are listening that are from the States and may not be from Philly, this would be a history lesson for you guys as well, because this would be more of a kind of a East Coast lesson, geographical lesson in terms of boxing. So Philly is right in between New York City and Jersey. So with boxing over the past 10, 15 years, 20 years, boxing has been dominated on the East Coast by New York and Jersey, basically Atlantic City. So for a time, a lot of fights was in Atlantic City Boardwalk Hall. And now recently, over the past couple of years, most of the big fights are in the Barclays Center, which is in Brooklyn, New York City. And Philly is right in the middle, and Philly is starting to have a transformation when it comes to sports, period. NFL, Philadelphia Eagles just won a Super Bowl. Philadelphia 76ers, NBA, they're in the playoffs, and it's a shot that they could make it to the finals or the conference finals. Hockey, Philadelphia Flyers is in the playoffs. They're down 2-1 to the Penguins right now, but they're in the playoffs. And even our arena football team, Philadelphia Soul, are champions. And Philly as a city is becoming a hot spot just when it comes to sports and a lot of other things as well. So the thing that makes this so important is because Philly has a rich tradition when it comes to boxing. Very rich tradition. And I feel like we're kind of just stuck in the middle. Like, we haven't been given an opportunity to shine in terms of boxing, by, some of the big time people that are in boxing. They always take their business to New York City, to the Barclays Center. And the biggest business in boxing in the States is Al Heyman, PBC, they take it to, they take it to the Barclays Center. Now, I don't know about the business aspect and the contracts and things like that in terms of what the Barclays Center offer and what Philly could offer. But my point is Philly has a tradition in boxing that's deep. I mean, going back to Joe Frazier, Meldrick Taylor, Bernard Hopkins, Nassim Richardson. I mean, I can go back further than that and name a lot of people. But I mean, even down to the arenas, anybody that's from Philly, y'all know about the Blue Horizon. The Blue Horizon was also on Broad Street. That was a legendary place for boxing. It was one of the most unique places in the world for boxing. The Blue Horizon was a place where the upper deck seat was just as good as the floor seat. I would say probably the mid-level and upper level seat was probably better than the floor seat because you could see everything. It was almost like being in a small room with a bunch of seats going all the way around and the ring is right in the middle. Like, it was a tight space, but it was just legendary because you felt like you was inside of the ring. And Philly's starting to get back to the essence of boxing. You had a 2300 arena that kind of has a similar feel to the Blue Horizon. It's not quite that, but it has that up close feel. And Devin Haney is going to be there and showbox. He's going to be the main event against Mason Menard. So that's another fight in Philly. In this Bryant Jennings card with Jesse Hart, Shakur Stevenson, Jesse Magdaleno, it's really important for the Philly faithful and the surrounding areas, Jersey, New York, Maryland, for everybody to come here. And it's important for these tickets to sell because as much heat as I give Bob Arum and Top Rank could have put this in other places, but he decided to put it here in Philly because two of the top guys on the card is Philly guys. So the Liacouras Center can hold about, I think, between 10,000 to 15,000, but they might have broken the place down to 10,000. So if we could sell this place out 10,000 strong, it's important because that shows that we can bring a crowd and bring money to a boxing event, which would create more opportunities for promoters to say, hey, we could take our business to Philly. We don't necessarily have to take it to the Barclays Center in New York City because basically Al Heyman got it on lock. Or Al Heyman and PBC has so much money and so many fighters that not only could they bring some cars to the Barclays Center, nobody's saying, stop having fights at the Barclays Center, but Philly is an untapped hot spot for boxing, and we have extreme boxing history. So I'm hoping that this card does well. I'm definitely gonna be there. And is this elite level fights? No. But is it a card with very good names? Absolutely. And when Philly comes out to support something, it's deep. Like, it's really, really deep. So I'm hoping this sells out, because if they sell this one out, hopefully Top Rank, PBC, and other promoters, Golden Boy, and just other big wigs in boxing will look at Philly as a spot where they can have their boxing cards and have their boxing events. So this is very huge. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. G5 Jeff TV, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Please share this video. Support your boy. Support good content at all times. I appreciate y'all. Peace.